Beijing is rejecting accusations from Washington that hackers in China are behind its largest federal employee data breach. Information like social security numbers at risk for some 4 million current and former government workers. CCTV's Roy Ruttenberg has been following the story. Roy, a strong response coming from Beijing.
That's right, Asier. Some very tough talk coming from the Chinese Foreign Ministry on Friday. Washington maintains the hacking is a top concern and one that the right people are now investigating. U.S. intelligence officials say every American government agency may have been affected by the breach, including the Pentagon and the White House. No word on whether U.S. President Barack Obama's personal information may have been compromised.
Oftentimes what they'll look to do is to gather dossiers on employees so that they can then target them through physical attacks. And by collecting all this information, it's having a giant database that they may be able to tap into at any time.
On Friday, White House officials said federal investigators from the FBI are trying to piece together what happened and figure out who is to blame.
They are experts in this field, and they are working actively to understand exactly the scope of this particular intrusion, but also to determine who is responsible and to make sure that we can take steps that are necessary to hold the individuals who are responsible for this incident.
Early accusations that China is behind the attack evoked a strong response from Beijing.
China is firmly against all forms of hacking attacks. As a victim itself, China would like to build a peaceful, safe, open, and cooperative cyberspace through international cooperation. We hope the U.S. side will be less suspicious, stop making groundless allegations, show more trust, and participate in more cooperation.
Chinese officials said the U.S. was being irresponsible in pointing a finger before an in-depth investigation. In May of last year, the U.S. Justice Department accused the Chinese military of hacking into American companies' computers and stealing trade secrets. China rejected the accusations and said it was the U.S. doing the hacking. The blame game temporarily soured relations between the two economic giants. Now, officials from the U.S. and China are due to gather here in Washington later this month for annual high-level meetings. It's unclear what effect, if any, these latest accusations may have on the face-to-face conversations. Asier?
All right, CCTV's Roy Ruttenberg, thank you. Well, we mentioned a moment ago, crews were just about to wrap up the search for remains on